is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Yama mu nyina kwa ba Boadu TV so nie. Ye be show say bia afei na wo hu channel na won subscribe ya ye nyina ye subscribe. Na jenja yen comment into comment section me we are like video na yen share. JB and obisa questions, a lot of questions about sena ye bu oman no. Ye sika ye Ato Forson some raise 10 billion a bond. E ho nsema kwa kosi sen den omudi sika na ye. Sika na omudi ye den yes dollar no so te. Dollar ni ye hu pa se so ate amasidi na nya hoden. But impact ben na dey bre apart from say o koto dollar de akọ amafoforo so akodidwa. Ana se wo kra na made fi amafoforo so de aba. Yan ye timu na ye fa dollar ni agro no. Insusu papa ben na de bre ene ni mabono adwedefo ne so monti so. Omo so monti so ntino se na tima na tima bi kra sha access to tutu om de. Entino reflection ni ehun na no na ye de we no dollar na eso ate no eno no e book mu di anasesen. Adwedefo no monye study na mom ye hu. Bank of Ghana eba bedi 60 years. Ebra ye sha se de aye Ghana city no edi dwuma wo mamu. Enya 60 years. Emu nsem tisen. Ye mo rem.
Brame North parliamentary candidate Ato Forson. His Excellency George Ramani Mahama, with the greatest of humility and respect to you and the office you hold and carry. You're a chief of staff, you're a Julius Zebra, you're a Callistus Mahama, and you'll be Biawa Bemu Bia mo Kebia Wobu Bia. The Sremo, and the Kotojagu form, as Sremo said, the NDC is not being fair to that young man. The NDC is not being fair to that young man, Forson, the Brame North parliamentary candidate in the just ended elections. You know why? Because of his political affiliation, he has suffered really a lot. But America, as a Nipa Boadu as the municipal chief executive and a district chief executive, many sound, there be me pacho. With all due respect to you, many sound. No. But the person be trying to say Nipa eya dia or say over to where you choose something, a position or something more reasonable. To acknowledge the effort of people who sacrifice their resources, their energy, their time, and everything to bring the party to power. You cannot take Forson out of the whole equation. This was a man who was the constituency chairman. Parliamentary candidate. He sold his cars and properties to ensure at the end of the day, the party will come to power. Yes, we're to be winning as a member of parliament, but the party is in power. And for you to appreciate him, I mean, this young man, for the contribution, the efforts, the resources, and everything. So now, MC Jumedi and I said the Brenner can be bad on the farmer. No, they are command deputy constituency secretary. That's fair enough. But I know, saying His Excellency George Ramani Mahama, you will have a lot of positions available. Rewarding for Senibi. Please, do not forget this young man because he has really paid a price for the NDC party. I will bring North. That's all I can say. Now, everyone in there, any of the days ahead of us, There are so many things be on my say the home come up, and one of them has to do with Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana for say your currency did the Ghana city, and your currency is about 60 years old. It's you appreciate the effort of Bank of Ghana. Yeah, boy, something about Bank of Ghana because what me show my currency no said munyama bem, right? Okay. When the press releases, I hold what they are just to appreciate the effort and the fact that what me show Ghana city this one man never be dream pepper so be agree. No problem. But I remember clearly, sir, Bank of Ghana in any other business do not conduct any other business. Somewhere around 2022, Ernest Addison, governor of the Bank of Ghana, the kind of when him, including one Adebakwa, a Bo Ghana, a D Ghana, and Ghanaians are suffering. Ghana for are paying prices upon prices. Amen. Sa Ghana do baby yedri a currency do baby yedri. Yes, you for Basubodi and for Mawo. Yes, I'm a basso. But hey, I just want to ask a very simple question. Adding a car, your boy over 60 billion Ghana cedis, your boy in 2022, 2023. Nobody has said anything about it. And you have no way. If I saw Ghana Ghana your free so said, yet me come bomb car over 60 billion Ghana cedis. Now you say, you the be a correct cars, you the be a way, you the be a way, and for haircut near there. So we spend a whooping amount of over 60 billion Ghana cedis for nothing, and nobody is being accounted for anything, or being to be accounted for anything. Now, you see, you're more, you're some from my wine. Now you're right, Ernest Addison, you have the former governor of the Bank of Ghana. And that's what I'm more. Abra, what to me a year, Juma, at me I'm making a loss of over 60 billion Ghana cedis. Oh, really? Does it mean, sir, we are Juma? Now, a kaba, not me explain say, oh, wait. Asem way, na ento Ghana for someone. Na ye boka kra na so na. Ye ji tum say, eye se wa boka ji, ye fa de sa. Me person me nya a better understanding. It's Excellency George Romani Bahama. Me dem say Ernest Addison. Now the time so say so retire as a governor of the Bank of Ghana. Me boy. Okay. So now the time so ye there. And I didn't perform from there. That one really happened. DNT and now you the free one as the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Because of say somewhere around 2022 under Nana Akufo-Addo. Okoye adwuma bi ekoye haircut bi ekoye nyema bi eboka over 60 billion Ghana cedis. Ama Ghana for and the deal ho yaw. Now let me say this. I'm saying the Bank of Ghana releases a full 2022 year audited financial statements on 28th of July 2023. The financial statement reported that a total loss of 60 billion Ghana cedis, which has since become a matter of unfortunate politicization. A matter of unfortunate politicization. It is noteworthy that 50 53.1 billion Ghana cedis of those losses were direct as a result of government's domestic restructuring exercise. TDA, where free me ho, where a Bank of Ghana or what can some release about the buy? Let me see the release. The Bank will release here. It was dated on 9th August 2023. Now, Obuwa Trebuse, Nana Kwakufodo Abayi is a guru, and it's a money of the Wagana Hanumuti. Obuwa Kasa Aboka over 60 billion. Now, out of that, 53 billion of those accounts is as a result of Abayi, any man your son, any man your summer. Nanado da Kwakufodo nda buy the kero for yata eya wo Ghana had mu say ya na yesem ye dim na fa so bia fam na Ghana eno ho ka e na Bank of Ghana for boy ya ene asese ye kom aye nyo bia ba de ka ho hwe ye nyo bia ba de konkodam ye nyo bia ya chi obia ma ye bisa de say what really happened, come and account for whatever you did. It is say obi aba be deep position bi obi di brebi na ekaba oh wetre say asam ni eja the life na man no call. No way, no. It is if the Bank of Ghana is admitting say ekabo boy was as a result of the debt restructuring program, then what are we waiting for as a country? The question is, what are we waiting for as a country? Yaboka yakoye adwuma yaboka yeja so faso bia eti die de ye twede ye gidai when the boss aka no I say it is important to put Bank of Ghana 2022 financial results into proper context with a clear statement of the problem that Ghana faced and the chronology of events in Ghana since 2019. Eti Philip Ernest Anderson started so about na so na Ghana started say ye kwa ha omu onu abeta so na who say ye started ye kwa ha omu. There was a clear mismatch between revenue inflows. Mutie statement ni ye o mutie komo ni ye. There was a clear statement. There was a clear mismatch between revenue inflows and expenditure finance in 2020 by exceptional reports from the IMF and the World Bank resources. And in addition to financing from the Bank of Ghana through the issuance of 10 billion COVID-19 bond. Now, two quick questions. The debt restructuring program, Bank of Ghana for say, and I'm sure I'm a book over 60 billion Ghana cedis. I move 53 billion as a result of the debt restructuring program. No, Sasikano, now and the number two, bond 10 billion Ghana cedis ye raise here as at now. He said, Ato Forson, if I saw buying the Ghana for your first. According to your own words, you see you receive an issuance bond of 10 billion Ghana cedis from COVID-19. If I saw buy and a Ghana for and your first as at this time. Castle Ato Forson finance minister. Bank of Ghana say if I saw buy and your first. Can somebody account to the good people of Ghana about the way and manner we use our resources, especially our financial resources? Nanko kwese wabadu wabebo kakra na oni nyame nko sika Ghana spending here yes abandon reckless spending any sebunu abandada di here eti Ghana eboka over 53 billion Ghana cedis as a result of debt restructuring program. That is not fault of the ordinary citizens or anybody, but I abandon say bonia or I got the just for so bia near to one say oh wait there if you dumti you be a penny baby fa ya boka so what. Yes, raising an issuance of 10 billion bonds. 10 10 billion Ghana cedis bonds. Till now, nobody has any profits. Ghana is so far so be. So 10 billion away. You see, there's a portion that I want to read for you. I said this means that the Bank of Ghana had to absorb a 50% haircut. See the haircut way. And that's how they said. And the Bank of Ghana. And the idea a year it's here Ghana. And who's to Sassuana Ghana you're facing right now? Sabaya kwa did the same hunu. Na Sabaya to me managing resources here. Na Sabaya to me putting in their mind to proper contest. Now you say Bank of Ghana say absorb 50% of those Esikana and Kana Ghana bono haircut no absorb 50% as what? So you wine, so you day. Yay! Let me tell you. Makwa di me some money. Makwa me business. And I'm a boka. Me boka. Now my friend be say, I think the media general more absorbing 50% of a Kana Mabono, na Kano Krano, and yet a car now attributed or directly linked to the company called Media General. But me na makwa be say, no me na material management resources here. No makwa boka. Na makobo me kai wia na ma from media general pay for say makobo me ka be kwani me say mu abo me ka but aka we dey me kwa be so anya yi but I know say me ye adwuma ma mu nti e dey mo absorb 50% of a Canada bodo. Does this really make sense? Na paniam pa ni anya pa na buy no so absorb 50% of that set aka Bank of Ghana absorbing that account for whatever reason best known to Bank of Ghana. This singular act led to a significant impairment loss of 32 billion Ghana cedis to the Bank of Ghana's account. Senaka when Sani Ajini Wamua. Naka Bank of Ghana on Tomoko, on to Jene, on to Mamone, on to She. But what we have to say Boka because Obisi wa Bokenti, Swasa Karo for good so, and also Nimrika, Dasa. For whatever interest you have, what's what called Boka over 32 billion Ghana cedis. Can you imagine it? Where in this world can this make sense? Obabebu and the Sunday we bet ya sasema ebe to bi asum no aka say oh we dey tasum party ye da yenjin too. Why in this world? Elsewhere, where can this happen? Anywhere in the world. Now, yes, Bank of Ghana for account Akasa because of a car and this by that it's Bank of Ghana for say a boka over 32 billion. Jakwa 32 billion free your account to move. That's yeah the kwako treasure your hoka because abandon that this hunu. And they say a pair any means to rescue the previous government. Can this make sense in any country at all? If from Ghana. If I be on the side, we bet to Yakwakoye. Say, Ghana, like a South Sudan way, like a governor of the Bank of Ghana, Sudan when a Kakwa done a deal, Obama. No, Abeka, about him, no call scot free. Sure. Impairment of marketable instruments also accounted for another 16.1 billion, bringing the total impairment of Ghana's and the government holdings to 48.4 billion Ghana cedis. Yes, I said my pa na what we say. What are the one what there? What's it teaching that child? One bokati saka me for me good so na wutri na me mom me komo harbe na me mom me so sa o how do for go bitri so. And it's one of the reasons why Yes, you know, now a whole young corner, kete crowd with so. Yes, you know, to be shooting from 4.2 Ghana cities to about 17 Ghana cities somewhere around last year. All in the name of the fact, say, now Bank of Ghana led by Ernest Addison. Any certain government led by Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Ghana, abro, emane, yeni yetewo every free. Now on the number, no be a cash in channel, no on the number, obi a timi frado, no on the number, no be a timi yellow because no the governor of the Bank of Ghana, it will work, so be it. Ghana for which level, just like that. Just like that, what Ghana car into Ghana for your which in today, what today. Is that what you people want? Is that what Ghana for a partner? Near saying that could draw up a trust statement a whole war just to indicate the fact to say, oh, no, I changed them. Let me pardon and I'm was called free as the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Jesus Christ. Elsewhere, ewa ma would also trust me. Who need to trust her. But as a Ghana, you say you yourself because Bank of Ghana statement actually prefer and because of politicization and I'm about yedru now we have a catch up say as experienced by the central banks globally, the prices and exchange rate movements led to a loss of 5.2 billion Ghana cedis, whilst impairment of cocoa board, ekwaje bosia cocoa board yenya cocoa de so faso bosia mu kokwaje ye 4.7 billion Ghana cedis. Me no ka say e de papa no akuafo e de mama no akuafo mo ye cocoa e no mo ho ba be chire won because aban ansua nyansa e na omode Ghana cocoa ekwakosi awowa agye ho sika di awie ba na cocoa ni ho nti ene se Ghana ni no ekwakwati ni cocoa no de ko ama cocoa board for kokoto a ifaso bia ni so because already e dika je ho bosi di awie e na wo na wotua ho ka wo ho aban a ne ye ka ho asema na ye mfi ene ye de ye bo ho ka ene ye de ye bre ho ene ye de ye di ho susu asobone abai taking some useless decisions we were more na ye ka near the yaman yourself we come out and say oh yenya banisa meanwhile that particular thing has a great effect on us e bi the year hui na kesi na cocoa board ade no kwa cocoa no kwa unya hu ni obete afi now project it now they no kwakosi awowa akwakoje bosia over 4.7 billion Ghana cedis sika so ye hu ni ode ye they part of cocoa board higher Ghana. Trust me. No, from 1992, Monka de Bako pay a cocoa board for higher Ghana. And to be benefiting the ordinary Ghanaian. Apart from some basic hotels. Their scholarship. Scholarship one of the mano. You see, they've made cocoa board a very romantic area, a very romantic avenue. Wo koko ni ben pa na wo ba what mean scholarship akọ school akọ so ya there. Tell me one. I just need one vulnerable person no say truly or your cocoa farmer and the ba etimi scholarship akọ so ya there cocoa board for taking care of the expenses. Na ye na kom ha no sa na ye say ye de ye cocoa na ye nya kranti ye nwie no cocoa board for say yaboka ye construct cocoa rows and by that is the first John Dramani Mahama government. Here, listen to this. John Dramani Mahama that by for and that by first one no when they contract to cocoa contractors so money cocoa rows baby cocoa free baby ano making sure say at the end of the day e kwa na be papa e dey ama wo say the be ya say omo ti cocoa di wi a na say e ba yet na dey enya ekwa papa ade afa so abai we abai na twa that is na that Akufo-Addo abai eba ye obe cancel all the cocoa road contracts But I go here today. I say, Bank of Ghana for Ankasa no musem tone. I must say, because of loan Cocoa board of forces so Kokwaji ya na ya 4.7 billion Ghana cedis. And no kahubi. And almost so ebe go with 3 so and so boka. Ebe munya 60 billion US Ghana cedis losses. Na so ebisa say Cocoa board. So 4.7 billion na mo Kokwaji bosia no. Dia na mo dey e Ghana ha. If I saw buy na Ghana ni nya free so. If I saw buy and akuafo enya free so. It's before class me kwakoto okoko no. Okoto okoko da we discard wie. It's if I saw behind this one the mouth. And so that is why it encourages other farmers to say, yeah, for a cocoa for Cote d'Ivoire because they make a good price. Meanwhile, in the Sub-Saharan Africa country, Ghana yena yebo enya kra. Yena yebo enya kra. Niya tete ho saa. Niya de yamanya sem saa. Na ba bedu ba bi adri. Na Bank of Ghana to me nya kukudro and Anderson. What me nya kukudro abe justify say I medi. Maboka 60 billion. Now this is the breakdown. You see, let us be serious as a country and also analyze things critically. We are building a country, not a political party. It's an appointees to be at the Bonia with the greatest of humility and respect to everybody. Please, let all institutions work effectively. Simple. Near Ghana for here, I attend. Near Ghana for here, I prepare you. Near Ghana for here, I am no credit. Ghana for a consul who can tell what I do. Ghana for consul who can tell me what I do. This time around, ye here at the beer. A bit to me, be a see what my cancer. Dabi, way ya consul who can tell me. Ni person me so bente. Or Ghana chrono, wanya Ghana ye. Or many so as a governor, and as a many so, and your paying the book Ghana had to say. Wa manaji and yajuma as a sa contract basa. Ghana boka. It's never sani pa chrono the whole channel. Not because say Ghana tano, but because wama efasopapa bia magana. Mind you, we are building a country, not a political party. We are building a country, not a political party. Sure? Listen to this. Say Ghana, and now, workers are what Moody Adam say. Say ya boka over 60 billion. How can we attribute it to our current state of our city? With all the economic messiahs, with all the economic whiskies, with all these economic gurus, Adam Ghana had to say, sometime, look at the value of the city as at that time. And then you see us celebrating 60 years of our currency. You see, Kano, and when you're now tell me, what is the glory behind our Ghana city? You see, Kano, and when you're what would you can attribute it? And then, Obicha 10 Ghana cities and said, watch out 1 Ghana city and 100 Ghana cities. It cannot technically buy anything. Technically cannot buy anything. Because you devalue your currency now, Masisiano. Emu I am more. Yamakwai Amobiaba Bedi so as the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Wakoto Moko, Wakoto Jene, Wakoto Momone, Wakoto Kobi, but Watumia Boka over 60 billion Ghana cedis. Na Ghana yet one money a shady pakrone say Waboka enti wabo wedi open be fa. I am not technically saying he's the standard says ABS can do good but to know. What I'm saying in this or no, and I am the governor of the Bank of Ghana then. It is one year a person the more be because I don't share Emma Ghana a boka. A BC da in the history of our republic. A BC da. Yes, if every be haircuts. Na haircut to contribute to over 32 billion Ghana cedis. Na Ghana for yet what you say and the side say the you na na da kwaku for buy the you na kedu for that na ho no mo na ebisa de say da be no be Ghana. Yes so the sakofo we so. Yes so sakofo we so Ghana ha. Hey. Nipa ya tumi asebo aka tira wo say ne hododo no wo say wabo Ghana krono which you know say Ghana is way bigger than him. Ghana so tell bia wo kromu ha na ene nipa ya boka mo say nipa ya bo Ghana krono mo kofa ne mra o say otimi ma no no akasa share the time so the beba time ne so ya o say o ma 5th May Yeguso Tiano was there 14th May. Where is Kadoforiata? Where is Kadoforiata? Near that source animal we so. Then there is also Kukudo say we are celebrating 60 years of our currency. When we've had one government, Ababa compare Atumiaba Abemu in less than 10 years, 8 years already Abemu, Alboka over 60 billion Ghana cedis. And we are 2022 wow. Where Ababa compare 60 billion Ghana cedis. Prior to that, nobody can be our hard one. Now, a carocious explanation and after share the way I name that was heavily mismatched. And your boy came here. Oh, we tell it says I could grab a church him and one on the end of the And the Bank of Ghana for the release video about celebrating the currency. Now, Mabinya da Jena making kind release in FMAO. Now later, nominate Dominic Owusu, Director of Currency Management Department of Bank of Ghana. Ebedi Kobo on the celebration of the Ghana cedis, the 60th Ghana anniversary of the Ghana cedis or whatever it is. Now, I'm making kind of this release in the farm. But it is so bad. Senator Sabi producer. Me yoma pay and I'm your minister and I'm your Dibrebu Ghana ha. They say Bank of Ghana. Wan Tomoko. Akoto Jene. Akoto Bibia. Wa book over 60 billion. They say your boy is some Eddie Manu because wa ya there. Hey. But let me read a statement from the Bank of Ghana. But that's not the director in charge of currency management department of Bank of Ghana, Dominic Owusu, Ewa Humaniso. You know, Dominic, what's the cap watch here? The Boadu 95.1, of course, on your TV. Bibi Aboko there. Very well. Now, so what does it mean to celebrate 60 years of our currency?
Maybe next year what you for maybe before like a family a lot of a background. Ghana you your friend is Sidi. Now Sidi the party 19 July 1965. And when I started being Sidi, independence, that is 1967. No, but I'm not the guy you do a West African pound. West African pound. And on the 14th of July 1958, the typical friend of Ghana pound a buyer. So I would say that I'm not that it is so independence. Now you know independence. Even though I need political independence, not economically, na yɛsudi amaname fisika nti no 19 July 1955 no ana yɛnyaayɛ economic independence ɛno nti yɛsate de sika a yɛpɛ ne sidi yɛka sidi no nso ɛsi sidiɛ cowrie shell saa da no ne yɛhyɛ a Ghana nkasakasa yɛnya economic fa ho bi. Now, it's 19 July 1955. If do a next 2025 year, nothing in the Bible, not a 60 years. It is the economic independence. It was 60 years now. Now, I was saying, you're celebrating. If you're looking at you're celebrating 60, and that's it.
See now, so as part of the celebration, say ye Ghana Sikano, and the milestone it has chalked so far. Can we say that yet to me I experience a success story, and now say we are still marking time along the line?
But you, with the anything. Yes, I didn't fear a year. Yes, sir. See, you know, I might a did Bakua a movie is a symbol of national identity and sovereignty. Okay, so I can just see the nan comparison and KD pound and KD dollar. Now, dollar ni pound and ye but see the media, Sika, Ghana, Anna, a young regiment. It is all share. It is a symbol of national identity and sovereignty, and it declares a clear break from colonial rule. Yes, over 60 decades, you know, it did not have to do economic shocks, inflation, political transitions and reforms. Osha at the one point, did you know redenomination? Yeah, never be great. But and no, yes, city has a success story. Because I was said with this a koto idea. Then go Bruni was so oma me pound and a dollar and sana my head with the koto idea. The same year, no money, my name me was see the because can it kill out for them transfer cigar? Me was see the book. It's no chance, you are degree, and I win. I get back where one is to be about crew, not airport or some cigar. Who's a cigar or a wood and look at any yam ever or my anymore. It's just a cigar, you are degree. Anything that was here celebrated. Now, yes, celebrated, you know. Near the Boadu, we need to sustain the integrity, confidence, and trust. I will see, you know, any animal. If you're not here, they did okay. But here, the man, Ghana folk, every year, and he keep us feeding. Now, you make it the city, yeah. Yes, so many a teacher because we are here, the way na Amaya farm. That the running a the kind, the same okay.
Anniversary and the whole process. At the end of Ghana for and reflecting on when it comes to the history of our currency, dear Nayen celebrity and a dear Nayenda enter compo and kwayachi. Near quadrant who say, Nano we ni we yanyen ye, and then the other bedroom had to say, quite anymore. At the end of it, me are yet to make our city much more stronger than before.
Into the city, New Year, a choir, a better summer Ghana from who said, I was say, yeah, a confidence, I was near ma, the Ghana. I was here starting again here, who say, the adeɛ firi ha a ɛwɔ sɛ som yie nea ɛdi kan sɛn na yɛkita sidi obi nsaka sidi no a sɛn na ɔhwɛ so sɛ wo nsa ho ayɛ fin womuamoa sidi no yɛde kɔ adeɛ a dɛn anuonyam na sidi no wɔ wohwɛ a adeɛ baako a obi hɔ Ghana bia kita de biara ɛyɛ sidi nneɛma mmienu ɛhyɛ Ghana nso flag ɛhyɛ Ghana nso ba local currency nso a okita nso hyɛ Ghana nso yɛsɛ Ghana nyina a sisi a wogyina hɔ a me na ɔka sɛ wokita Ghana flag nti wokita Ghana cedi nti sɛ wokita Ghana cedi a adeɛ ahyɛnso baako a yɛwɔ wɔ Ghana nyinaa ne biara kitakita biara ɛyɛ Ghana cedi ɛno nso na medical aka sɛ ɛma yɛn is a symbol of national identity and also sovereignty nti dɛn yɛbɛtumi ayɛ a yɛbɛma cedi n'anuonyam agu so anya nkɔsoɔ a cedi no wɔ nti wei yɛ nneɛma a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɔ hu dawuo because cedi no yɛ yɛn ayɛ deɛ yɛtumi nkɔfa amanɔne sika ɛnka sɛ no ne yɛbɛdi wɔ yɛtuom nea yɛn ayɛ kita ɛyɛ cedi nti ɛwɔ sɛ yɛsidi ne adwen ho ne yɛbɔ hu dawuo ne ho sɛ cedi yɛ yɛn ayɛ deɛ nti yɛnsom yie ana afei so nneɛma a yɛbɛtumi aboa apromoti nneɛma a yɛyɛ wɔ Ghana ha nyinaa no ɛyɛ ade a yɛbɛbɔ ho dawuo yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ yɛbɛyɛ talk ne nneɛma yɛbɛyɛ quizzes ɛne schools yɛbɛyɛ ho nneɛma bebree ama akɔ obiara gye mu sɛ sidi ne yɛ ade a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛkita ho yie ne yɛbɔ ho dawuo.
I want like the major leading currencies, the US dollar, the pound, and other major currencies are. It's all over the world. Omude transaction and businesses across the length and breadth of our of this world. Dear Kenya and dear Namona Ghana, yes, we to me too. Nayama yetumia ton yesid at the international level. Nayama Edmunyam Abem, because if you look at the foreign transactions and the foreign businesses now, it looks like Ghana Cedi is not highly recognized at the international market. What can we do to put Ghana Cedi on the map?
But another level. You know, I can say currency your currencies are convertible internationally. But you see, Ghana Cedi is it can say most of the time it depends on trade, your level of productivity. Adi ankofo epe wo krum a omonyo dedi eja enkitamo ka ne menye nyina ben ebi ateka na edu penso will become a production hub ye beye nema bebre efi Ghana ye be export ema amanon fono so benya gidie wo ye nema ye o Ghana mu when nyina has to do with trade and other things. And then maybe a young common a bit needy, but the production near my name, my copina, it be near my you come now. Naturally, only young speaker at the international level. But the key and I say, why wouldn't say you name to and we can need cancer, you walk Ghana, you do confidence. That is number one. Because I knew big I never been ever bet you was or so without taking you. I was saying, yeah, confident. Now you pay your ticket, you pay your ticket. I was so Daniel Manina a BDH.
Now, so as a regulatory body to our currency, now Mekaise after I think 2016 World Cup or 2014. There was a white paper say, Mama, you transact business with any other foreign currency, especially with the US dollar. Now, Sisiano, Oba ye Ghana Hanu Museya, you put aside our Ghana Cedi na ya charge in dollars ni yakwa kutuaka okotwa ade a ye price in dollars okorrent almost transactions even sometimes government businesses ni binum wo hodo kra na ye price with dollar. How can that be eradicated from the system and make our city a sustainable one?
That's already a very good question. And anything that you ever celebrate Ghana as 50. It's really Naka Apagya Bank of Ghana and Amona. The truth is, there were exchange rate regulations, and that regulations you will have to be reinforced and implemented to the latter. And that Apagya the leader celebrate Ghana city. Apagya Manema policy, Manema, Ohojinano, the leader form. Ama law enforcement, so I'm making sure that the day is and the next level I said that time, ye baby Ghana assisting. They were near money to be reflected on. I said, the problems are in ya, issues are in ya. Going forward, then the baby, I'm a son, Komoya, we need to see how can you did me a shame. And going forward, they didn't come up economic policies, universities. Policies, how to enforce it, sometimes a challenge. It's enforcement. Into that Ghana activity. The Italian na Yebeshimukina, Amameno, Yenya, also international admin. Into a point here, why?
So what Yeshimukina means what? What Ghana for DNA the Muse Bank of Ghana Edebabe to ensuring you see the name Benyam to send your work ya DNA expecting in the coming days.
So in the coming days, first of all, idea there a big time the launch the program. The launch program now because we be comprehensive currency education. Comprehensive currency education. The educated Ghanaians. Ebufikana ye wono sani ayenkita asenso bia ebufikani uketefikana then there was so we suno then I was so the odi betu ahina was so the to odi to bia nyeme wugu nyina no ye be education on it the digital education idea then na ye hu sene be afikana sometimes you be obi sanwo obi say not the end there and we I mean, the Madonna person who said there were laws in the regulations that government transactions in Ghana. The Ghana no certificate AEP is then they ain't so the $4 or the quota there. That laws now so you beneficial enforcing. Now, and you get you bet any incorporate the baby being home. Ama obiye won lejuma e wo so ye the bo so go de wura e wo sidi no ho a e wo local products ho a when na be picture no ama nyina ya so because e lejuma we no enye.
Well, so yes ebetimi aka you are back on the line afi no edin komo. In fact me no ka say Ono in charge of currency management department at the Bank of Ghana, Dominic Owusu Asem Nameke. Now Ghana, your currency at the 60 years. Now as part of the celebration, ye the to compa koyechi na fe ya start edidi hu nkomo ahwe. Enema Ghana ebetumi aye na you see the no enima benyam. I was going to ask him a last question though. My final answer says sebio sebim prediasa. Me am say hey be $1 but omo use dollar and I said dollars they transacting businesses Ghana ha no say no kwan be ni betimi do na fa so say de be ya ebema yesidi no etimi abenya. We will look into that very soon. Yeah, try say yes be kan back or da homa no so yes kana ye de ba be din komo but ba make for midima for heba emfa mo answer na no ba me fa sida kese pa emfa ma saso insecticide spray so bobo aye me de fa be woso no e de bro ye ba sisi a very well. So yeah, that's also for us. Now me de asida kese e de ama midima for heba but Enra, there was this interesting release be any petition be obi edi akwakoba the Shiraj say or petition Shiraj now walogy official complaint edi ama Shiraj say omohwe Sami Jemfi the CEO of Good Board nsem ni mu ye pa now so my making kind an excerpt of the statement now and I said release na the pakro na buy no how the come Shiraj now fe me kwa ba Sami ni nkomo I say, dear sir, formal complaints in respect to instances of corruption against Mr. Samuel Jemfi, CEO of Ghana Gold Board. I write in personal capacity as a citizen of the Republic of Ghana with a civic responsibility or duty provided under Article 41, Clause F of the 1992 Constitution. Sir, I formally bring this petition under Article 218E of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana with regards to videos circulating about Sami Jemfi, a public office holder who was captured on camera splashing dollars on one Agrada in his Range Rover. But let me say Sami Jemfi and splashing dollars. He gave out dollars. There's a difference. As a public interest advocate, it has come to my attention that the said Sami Jemfi were two different accounts, private accounts. Bako ewo consolidated bank Ghana, a dollar accounts, and also another CD account. Ewo hormo. Further, credible intelligence reveals that these two accounts have hooping sum of over 1 million Ghana cedis as lodgement in those accounts. It is important to understand that these accounts, I am reliably informed through credible intelligence that prior to the current position, those accounts never had set substantial inflows. This, I contend, including slashing the dollar on 10th May 2025, leads to one and only irresistible conclusion with the accuracy of mathematics that these are perfect instances of alleged engagements in suspected corruption which flows within the investigative mandate of his commission. I am by this complaint calling for a full-scale investigation into the source of the money. I am very aware and believe the same to be true that your office will give this petition the needed consideration and attention it deserves. Thank you. We Eric Demenu Akati ono se oye Ghana ni a ono so eye no na said yes say otumi bring it to the attention to the sakata we akoma Shiraj say Shiraj emomodia emfre Sami Jemfi no mo investigate into the said sikana or the kokoma agrada ema eho akwakoba nsem over the weekend, especially the dollar. But the allegation is that Ochiremu say before say Sami Jemfi now Obabe Hodi an office of the Director General Ewo Good Board no na onisa sikano ewo na account mu sada ose ewo de kratenim na sisi ano ono ankasa na intelligence and investigations awaye echire pefe say owo sikano ewo na account mu nti omunya daje no mo hwehwem yie pa ekwan a Sami Jefi enya seska no na afi watumi edi ho nkɔbɔ na ɔgye ye pass omo ensa betumi aye adwuma no mo aye ne yie na afi obotumi ama investigation no etumi a conclude very well